welcome to Little Lala's Kitchen. Tonight I'm going to be making gourmet cupcakes, and it's been like a lazy, rainy day, and I haven't been able to decide all day what kind of cupcakes I want to make. So I finally decided to make two kinds of cupcakes. I will admit that because it's raining and disgusting outside, one determining factor, I originally was kind of thinking about making chocolate cupcakes stuffed with fresh banana and this fresh bourbon caramel, homemade caramel that I made last night. However, I don't have any bananas, so I would have had to go to the grocery store. And it's raining, and I'm feeling lazy, and I'm home watching the Pittsburgh Penguins play the Flyers, who are super dirty, and I didn't want to leave. So I picked two types of cupcakes, created in my mind two types of cupcakes that I can make with everything that I have in the house. So I'm going to make a chocolate cupcake stuffed with a melted marshmallow. I haven't 100% decided what kind of frosting I'm going to put on that. I believe I'm going to go with chocolate, but that's up in the air because I don't necessarily want it to be a chocolate bomb overload because that's just not my preference. I'm sure it would be a hit though, so we'll see as the evening progresses. The other type of cupcake I'm going to make, I don't have very many, but I have some frozen cherries that I wanted to put in the middle of a chocolate cupcake. But then I started thinking and I said, well, I want to put something other than, because again, I didn't want to do a chocolate cupcake with chocolate frosting. Too much chocolate. So I'm going to make a bourbon cupcake. I'm going to fill the middle of it with a cherry, and then I'm going to put chocolate frosting on top of that. So, sounds scrumptious. Right now I have my eggs and my homemade buttermilk substitute, so white vinegar and whole milk sitting on the kitchen table in the butter, getting to room temperature. I'm tidying up some other things in the kitchen, waiting on some pho to be delivered. Again, I didn't go to the grocery store and I don't really feel like leaving the house, so I'm getting pho delivered. I'm going to enjoy that while my eggs, my buttermilk, and my butter come to room temperature, and then I'm going to get started on these cupcakes and update you on the way. And of course, well, not of course, because this doesn't happen all the time, but it's Saturday. Tomorrow the Steelers are playing the night game, and they are playing the Chargers. And of course I'm going to my Steelers bar to watch the game. So if these cupcakes turn out, I'm going to take them with me because otherwise what am I going to do with a couple dozen cupcakes? So I'm going to make them in Steelers cupcake papers so that they are full of team spirit just like I am. And it should be a good time. So I'll talk to you all in just a moment. Hey y'all, I'm back. You may notice the outfit change, both partially because a hockey jersey is a little too warm to cook in, but also the Pens unfortunately lost to the Flyers. The Flyers had a really dirty hit that I didn't like at all, but now it's on to the Pitt-Clemson game. There's about a quarter left in it, so I'm repping my alma mater, Pitt. So I have here my dry ingredients. This is cocoa, flour, baking soda, baking powder, and salt, which I whisk together. Over here I have white sugar, brown sugar, vanilla, eggs, and vegetable oil. This is my buttermilk here, so I'm going to mix these into the dry ingredients in halves. I'm going to add about half of the liquids and half of the buttermilk, mix some of that into the dry ingredients, and then repeat. And then I'm going to put it into my pans. Look how cute my little Steelers liners are. I actually need to get 2 more of this cup. This recipe makes 14 instead of 12 cupcakes, so I need 2 for my other pan. So I'm going to throw these in here. And that's perfect because I'll have some to taste. So I'm going to mix up this batter and put it into the pan. I'll check in with you. Hi again. So I filled my cupcake pans. It was a little messy. The batter's a little runnier than I normally work with, so there is a little bit of splatter. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. But I'm going to take a marshmallow, a full-size marshmallow, and stuff it into one of these cupcakes. And I'm going to bake them. And then I'll show you what I'm doing after that. So these are the chocolate marshmallow cupcakes. They just came out of the oven. They're starting to cave in the middle, which they are supposed to, because what I'm going to do, this one here is ready to go. I'm going to stuff a new marshmallow in the middle of each of them, in the holes, and then I'm going to put them back in the oven just for about 2 minutes so that the new marshmallow gets melted and toasted, but it doesn't completely dissolve like these other ones did. I'll check back in and show you what that looks like. So now we're taking a little break from the chocolate marshmallow cupcakes and we're moving on to the bourbon cherry cupcakes. So here I have creamed butter, brown sugar, and white sugar. I'm going to add to that some vanilla bean paste and buttermilk and mix that up. Add in my eggs, and then I'm going to alternate my flour and baking powder, a little tiny bit, I mean like 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon in there to pick up the bourbon, and then I mix the bourbon into the milk, so I'm going to add that in as well. Hi, so I mixed up my bourbon vanilla cupcake batter. I put just about a tablespoon of batter in the bottom, and I'm putting these previously frozen but now thawed cherries, one in the middle of each. I like to put a little bit of batter under the bottom. They're still going to sink, but they don't burn to the bottom quite as badly if you put batter underneath as well as on top, I feel like. So I'm not going to have quite enough cherries. This was supposed to make 12 to 14 cupcakes. I have wrappers in 16 right now. Which we'll see when I start doing the batter. Maybe I was a little too thin with it, but you're only supposed to fill about half full. So we're going to have one that doesn't have, oh no, we're going to have one that doesn't have a cherry. I'm going to put it over there so I don't lose it. So I'm going to put the rest of the batter on top of each of these, fill them about halfway full, and bake them. Hey y'all, welcome to the continuation of Little Lala's Kitchen. So we were working on making some cupcakes. Right now I have the chocolate marshmallow cupcakes. I added bourbon caramel on top and then chocolate ganache. So they're chilling in the fridge, getting chilled. The bourbon cupcakes, which as you remember have a cherry in the middle, I've decided I'm going to froth with a chocolate cherry bourbon Italian meringue buttercream. That's a mouthful, but I think it's going to be great. So right now I have the meringue for the Italian meringue whipping, cooling down. That's got to run for another like 10 minutes before I add melted dark chocolate. So this is actually just dark chocolate, cocoa, and oil, which are also cooling down to room temperature. This is cherry extract, bourbon, and vanilla. That's going to get incorporated with the butter. So cross your fingers that all works out. And then, because there's a lot, because I added the chocolate ganache to the marshmallow chocolate cupcakes, I decided I'm going to make fluffy marshmallow frosting. I'm going to torch that, and then I'm going to sprinkle graham crackers on top so we have like a true s'mores going on. I'll check back in with you once I get the butter and all of the flavorings incorporated into this meringue. Like I said, it's got to beat for about 10 more minutes to cool down before we start with all of that. So I'll keep you posted. Hey y'all, the dark chocolate bourbon cherry Italian meringue buttercream is so good. It's even worth having a name that long. It is hanging out in the refrigerator for a couple minutes. I want to get it a little bit firmer and then rebeat it so that I can type it onto the cupcakes better so it holds its shape. I just need to chill down that butter some. So now I'm working on my marshmallow frosting. Just whisking over a quote-unquote double boiler, so just my stand mixer bowl in a pot. I'm not fancy around here, unless I need to be. You know, I have the gadgets that I need, but if I can just set my bowl in my pot, I'm good to go. So I've only got about another minute to mix this. So I'm going to switch hands. My arms are getting sore. I need to work out more. And then this is going to go in my stand mixer and beat until cool. And right at the very end, I'll add the vanilla. I'm trying to decide. Technically, kind of want to add some yellow food coloring to make it Steelers yellow, but I'm gonna frost or torch the outside of it, just toast it a little bit, and sprinkle graham crackers on top. I feel like the brown would look better on just pure white. So I think I'm just gonna stay purist. As I mentioned last night, they are in Steelers papers, so that might just be as festive as they get. I think it's about time to throw this in the mixer, so I'll talk to y'all in a few minutes. Hey y'all, the cupcakes are all done and they are amazing. The Bourbon Chocolate Cherry Italian Meringue Buttercream. I got a little overly excited with my flavorings, and so I put just a little more flavoring than the icing can fully support. They still look great. I'm afraid if I take them out of the refrigerator, they're going to separate them. I'm going to post pictures at the end of this. The s'mores I torched with my butane torch and then sprinkled a little bit of graham crackers on top. So that's a chocolate cupcake filled with melted marshmallow, chocolate ganache, bourbon caramel, topped with toasted marshmallow whipped frosting, and a sprinkle of graham crackers. The other cupcakes are a Bourbon Vanilla Cupcake filled with a cherry, topped with Bourbon Dark Chocolate Cherry Italian Meringue Buttercream. They are fantastic. Thanks so much for watching this episode. I'm going to end with pictures of the final product. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time.